Most Americans know that something left unattended could be a security risk. But if you encounter such an item, do you know how to determine whether it is a harmless item or a serious threat? And do you know what to do? Let's start with definitions. An unattended item is of unknown origin and content, like a suitcase, backpack, or shipping box. There are no obvious signs of being suspicious, other than the fact that you cannot connect it to an owner. It is also not correlated to suspicious circumstances, such as a threat that has been received or an item that is out of place. In contrast, a suspicious item is anything such as a package or vehicle that has indications that it might contain an explosive device or hazardous material. It may be suspiciously placed in proximity to people or valuable assets, and it could have characteristics like wires, electronics, or unusual sounds, powders, or odors. Why does it matter that you can tell the difference? Because it changes the way you should react. If it's suspicious, you need to act fast and decisively. Notify proper authorities and call 911. If it's an unattended item, you can take a little more time with your response. Use the HOT acronym to help make the determination. Ask yourself, is the item hot? H, hidden. Is the item placed out of sight? Or does it appear to have been purposely concealed? O, obviously suspicious. Does it have unexplainable wires or electronics or other bomb-like components? T, not typical. Is the item out of place for this location or potentially related to a threat? If the answer is yes to any of these, consider the item suspicious. In either case, you need to exercise caution. Another acronym, RAIN, can help you remember what to do. R, recognize the indicators of a suspected explosive device. Remember that indicators can relate to the characteristics of the item itself, but also the larger context of the event, location, time, or general threat landscape. A, avoid the area. Don't touch the suspected explosive device. Instead, immediately move and direct others to do the same. I, isolate the suspected item. Establish the perimeter using a tool like the bomb threat standoff card and direct people away. N, notify appropriate emergency services. Be prepared to describe the suspicious items and any suspicious people. The more detail you can provide, the better. And remember, avoid using cell phones or radios and wireless communications. It could detonate the device. HOT and RAIN are tools that can help anyone be ready to respond to a suspicious device. Let's see these two tools in action in two different scenarios.
What's up?
Oh, there's a bag over there.
Yeah?
It beeped at me, and I'm like, of course I'm the one to find a bomb, right?
It's beeping?
Yeah.
Let me see. Ah, that's weird. Security said there have been some bomb threats on Twitter about this convention.
Oh wait, you're serious? I was just kidding. Is that an antenna?
Yep. There's kind of a chemical smell, too.
Is it a bomb?
Hey, keep it down. Don't panic.
I'm gonna call 911.
No wireless. We're still too close. Let's get away. We'll call from the landline.
This device passed the HOT test. It was hidden and obviously suspicious, with electronic sounds, wires, and a chemical smell. These employees recognized the indicators, but they should have backed away to avoid the device sooner. Now the facility should isolate the area by establishing a perimeter while they notify appropriate emergency services. It is also a priority to ensure that the witnesses who discovered the device are kept in a safe area and remain available for interview by appropriate responders. Let's look at another more common scenario.
Excuse me, I just noticed that there's a bag over here.
It's not yours?
Definitely not. And I haven't seen anybody else, and it was here when I got here a minute ago. I just worry, you know, you hear about things like suitcase bombs.
You're right, it could be anything. But it's also pretty easy for someone to leave a bag. I'll go take a look.
Go ahead.
There's a luggage tag right there. Maybe we can find an owner. I'm not gonna touch the bag. I'm just gonna try to find a name. And hey, bingo, there's a name and a number.
Good.
Hey, Randy, there's an unattended bag here. It's probably nothing, but I'm gonna step inside and see if I can reach the owner. Can you block off this area for now?
You got it.
This way. Let me have you wait further up the platform. I'm gonna call this number from a landline and see what we can find out.
Excuse me, folks. I'm sorry. We're closing this area off for safety. Could you step back over there for me, please? Sure. Thank you.
Good news. Found the owner. He was afraid he left his bag on the train. He'll be here in a few minutes to pick it up.
In this case, the item failed the hot test. It was not hidden, had no obviously suspicious indicators apart from being unattended, and was fairly typical for its location in a busy train station. Although it appeared to only be an unattended bag, this astute employee exercised caution to handle the situation perfectly. He tried to determine the owner, and he did all this while helping to reassure a concerned bystander. At some point in your life, you will probably encounter a box or package without an owner. Just remember, every unattended item or suspicious package should be treated with caution. Use what you have just learned to know the difference. Take the appropriate actions, and be safe. For more information about bombing prevention, please visit www.cisa.gov/OBP.